Gravitas Venturas. I never could pronounce that name. Comes a on-demand title on Blu-ray. It is Desert Fiends, directed by Sean C. Phillips, who I'm sure if you're watching my video, you've watched a Cool Duder video before. And I will say up front that I have always considered myself to be a friend of Sean Phillips. I've always been cool with the Cool Duder, so to speak. We've had nothing but good interactions with each other, whatever time we have spoke to each other. And I think he's a good guy. I think he gets a lot of flack online. Not sure why. It seems like it's cool to hate on Cool Duder sometimes. But I like the guy. And he's always been respectful to me. That being said, I will give a 100% non biased review of Desert Fiends. As you guys should know, because I reviewed Sean's Bigfoot movies or Amityville movies or whichever it was, or maybe both, and sometimes the results wasn't as favorable. Here, with this, he has basically made a his version of The Hills Have Eyes. And I will say up front, it's way too damn long. It's like an hour and 47 minutes. Just shy, like 10, 15 minutes shy of 2 hours. Did not need to be that long. Uh, Things happen. People end up in the desert where they're being stalked and slashed by these mutated individuals here. I believe that dude's name's even Jupiter, and it looks like there's definitely a gash in his head that looks a little more like something else if you actually watch the movie. That guy's head, if it looks like a sack, you're on to something. And of course, there's other little gimmicks there for that. One thing I will say is there is a lot of characters in this movie, and I feel like that's one of the reasons the movie runs a little long is there's just too many characters and they're doing too much stuff and they're just not getting to the point. But when the movie does finally get to the point, it's enjoyable. Um, there is some kills right at the start, and I was ready to be like, "This is great!" Like right when the movie started, there's some kills, and it's really really good kills, better than what you might expect. And when I seen that, I was like, "Wow!" And you had like the whole aesthetic of the grindhouse look and all that. I was like, "This might be Sean Phillips' masterpiece. This might be the one that he makes that makes people just finally be like, this dude knows what he's doing." But then he proceeds to what I described as he tried to put about 30 pounds of shit in a 10-pound bag. So it doesn't hold up the quality. And after that point, we're introduced to a bunch of characters. And then it's about 30 minutes before anybody dies again. That being said, when the kills do happen, they are somewhat more good than bad. Uh, but the plot is that basically people end up in the desert. They're going to see a concert or they're going to do other stuff. And these people stalk and slash them. And it's a comedy. It's obviously not meant to be super serious. There is way, way, way too many coincidences with The Hills Have Eyes for me not to think this is basically his take on The Hills Have Eyes. We've got some names there, as you can see. Um, what is that dude's name? Dude used to be married to Roseanne. Tom Arnold? Yeah, is that Tom Arnold? Is that his name? I believe it's Tom Arnold. I'm sure it tells here if you can read the microscopic text here. But yeah, dude used to be married to Roseanne, and that is of course the bad version of Laurie Strode. They're in here. They're not necessarily major characters. I mean, I would say that he probably is more of a character than she is. She's just there. But there's indie actors obviously that take over the main roles. Although you will see, all kinds of people just show up. Eric Roberts shows up, so it's kind of an all-star cast of independent people, or people you kind of see in horror movies these days. Like I said, when the killing goes on, the killing is good. There's some funny moments. There's some funny dialogue, although he tends to let his characters ramble perhaps more than they should be rambling, and it gets a little bit old. If he'd have tightened it up a little bit, Sean, if you just tightened it up a little bit, you could have been dealing with what I would say was your magnum opus here. But as is, it's decent. It's a burnt disc, by the way. Um, if you get past the chattery stuff, you've got a really good horror movie in here. You just have to dig through some muck to get to it, which is funny because I think the girl that he usually does movies with when he does direct movies is the actual chick from Muck. But nonetheless, this is a 2 out of 5. Worth a watch. There is funny stuff. There is good gore at times. There's really good gore at times. But there's also a lot of stuff to just kind of unpack. Christy Adams. Oh, Nightmare Toys Christy is in here because somebody stops at Nightmare Toys, the Las Vegas branch of Nightmare Toys, and she's in there, which is funny because my movie Arbor Day It was before she moved to Las Vegas. It was shot when she was still in Alabama, and we were at the Alabama branch of Nightmare Toys, and she's basically playing a very similar character, which I think she just played herself in both movies. So does Arbor Day take place in the same universe as this movie? I don't know. According to this, it's possible, but nonetheless, it's not horrible. So you can check it out. Just gotta be a little bit lenient with it.